Hello guys, this is Pokeland Legend Tips, and as usual, before we dive into the real lead, please subscribe to the channel, drop a like. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments, ask us in Facebook, we will gladly help you. Okay, so today is going to be a really awesome tutorial. It's going to be something really important in the game that you should concentrate on. It's how to build your Pokemons basically, and how to choose which Eso skill to put in. So first of all, what are the Eso skills? So the Eso skills are basically these kind of disc things that you get. You can get them, like the ways you can get them are a lot. You can get them from Guild War. There is some in Guild War level 2 and 3. You can get them from events, packages. You can get them from You used to get them from Champions League. I'm not really sure if you still. We'll just get to look right now. I don't think you do. Yeah, you don't. You might actually have some from here or from here. So it really depends. You might get some skills, some hidden skills from here as well. So this is the way you actually get the hidden skills, or you can get them from the events as well. You can see today, I think in the, yeah, you can see that today is a really nice event for getting the random for Eso skills. So yeah, this is how you get it. Okay, so of course there is types. There is even like white ones which are level 1, green ones which are level 1 or 2, blue ones which are level 2 or 3, and there is gold one which are the best, that are level 4 and higher. But again, it might be sometimes there is gold ones that are either level 1 or 2, 3 or 4. You can get either one of those, or there is the random level 4, and this one is the best because it will give you straight away random 4. We're just going to use it right now, and you can see it give us crystal body. If you use it again, iron skin, and let's see, fury. But when you use the normal ones, this will just give you normal simple things. Okay, so this is if you want to have it from the discs. Okay, but you can actually get skills without using discs by going to the stores. You can just go to the stores and you can see this, the VIP stores. There is not good skills actually. Sometimes they pop up something good, but not a lot. You can go to the arena store. You can see the skills here. Sometimes they are nice. You can go to, you can see here stamina. Sometimes they drop good level 4, but it will cost a lot. Let's see, we don't have anything in World Boss. In the league, there is Crystal Body 2, Healing 2, Edgog, and so on. So yeah, this is how you can get the skills, and now let's see how you can use them. Okay, so let's go to some Pokemon, and you can see that you can just click on skill and hidden skill, and now this is where you can use your Eso skills. In the beginning, it's not going to be like this, of course. It's going to be something like, let me just, yeah, it's going to be something like this. It will be unlocked, and you have to unlock all of this. And the important thing is you need to watch out, because if you lock any one of them, then if you put any skill in here, it might get replaced because it's totally random. There is no way of knowing which skill gonna get replaced. So just watch our video on how to unlock all these skills, so we're not gonna lose a lot of time on it today. Okay, we're just gonna mention that you can see that it's written 100% success, and that means if you in the beginning, if you only have 3 and you put any 3, then they will not replace each other. But after that, after you put all these 3, then it's all random again. They can get replaced, or they can just, you can see now it just got replaced, so it's not 100% anymore. And you can see here that the skill has locks. The Eso skill has locks, and in the beginning it's only 1 lock, and after that it's going to be 2 if you unlock more, then it's going to be 3 if you unlock again, and it's going to be 4 when everything is unlocked. So we're just going to do it real quick here, and you can watch how much the lock is changing by just, here we go, we got 3 already. So when we finish these 2, then we will get 4. Okay, so now let's move to the Pokemons that we want. So we're just gonna show you here some Pokemon. So in the beginning, when you're gonna have a Pokemon, it will definitely be something like this, where you only need to unlock using level skill 1 and 2. So it's gonna be something like this, and you won't have any Eso skill 4. So don't put Eso skill for unless you know how to build this your Pokemon. And in how to choose the right Eso skill is basically dependent on the type of Pokemon you want and its role in your team. How and why? It's basically really simple. If your Pokemon is a damager, like let's say like Regigas for example, he's a huge damager. Okay, Regigas is not a good example. Let's just choose some good other example, like Arceus, for example. Arceus is a huge damager, and what you need when you have a damager, you need to concentrate on his attack to increase that and increase his ability to heal from his damage. So that's something really important. So that, in that regard, you need a skill called Absorb. This skill lets you have each turn get 20% of the damage you actually deal. Okay, so it adds that. Then you actually need as well like some other, sorry about that, you need some other things that increase special attack if your monster is special attack, or increase the special P attack if your monster is P attack. Then of course you need, we're just gonna mention this once, always guys, you need Guardian Spirit, because it in end game people will be having a lot of power and you need some time to apply buff and have more defense for your Pokemon, so you always need shield to protect you. So in all this tutorial, please put a shield, unless in special cases like Jancy, when you have unlocked her second ability, so she doesn't need shields that much. Okay, so shields is something you definitely need. Another thing that you definitely need in every Pokemon is Force of Life, which increases HP by 30%. This is a great skill, so just have it in there. Another thing that you absolutely need is Swift as the Wind. This will increase its speed by 30%. I'm talking about your main team here, guys, so please have these three in every single Pokemon that you can think of, because they are really useful. Okay, now let's talk about other stuff that you might want in a good damager Pokemon. So for example, right now Arceus, as we said, we need his special attack increased. You need his crit increase, so his hit rate will be much higher. If you want, you can increase his special defense or P defense, and that's using Crystal Body. It will decrease the damage done by 12 by special attacks by 12%. Then you will need as well some healing. If you want, you can add some healing to him. If you can, you should add Synthesis as well, which is a really nice skill that will improve his healing by 100%. So this is the kind of skills that you need for a damager. If you have you should for damage, you should concentrate on attack, of course. Then if you can concentrate as well a little bit on defense if you want, and healing. So attack, damager, attack, and healing is something that you need. Okay, and speed, of course. Speed is a must anyways. So of course you can lock the attack. Actually, we're gonna just tell that at the end on, and we will show you how to put ISO 4. So now let's talk about a support Pokemon. For example, Coco right here. Coco is a support Pokemon. She applies buff, and she has a good damage as well in comparison to all other supports. So what you need to concentrate on a support is healing a lot, because support usually needs to heal and not to die in the middle of the battle, so it keeps supporting your team. And it also needs a lot of speed. So the thing, again, the main tree is Swift as the Wind, then you have Guardian Spirit, and you have Power of Life. This is something needed, and you have Absorb because she does a lot of damage. And if you can put Synthesis, of course, that's gonna be great. Increase her special defense, because 75% of the Pokemons out there are special attack, and only like 25% or even less are P attack. So when you increase special defense, you have a higher chance of surviving attacks from other teams. Okay, then you can either increase her hit rate, or increase her healing or recovery, or even increase her P attack. You can see that this is physical attack, not special attack, because Coco uses physical attacks, so you should actually increase the correct attack. Then again, you should, on support, you should concentrate on a lot of healing. We're gonna see Celebi here. You can see again, we are putting a Synthesis here. We don't have a 4, we only have a 3, so we try to concentrate on healing a lot. Lele as well, she's a support Pokemon. Synthesis, Flora healing, you have Crystal Body to increase the defense, you have Swift as the Wind, you have even Elemental Skill to increase on more special defense, and you have sorry about that, you have Force of Life to increase the life, and of course a Garden Spirit. So this is how to build a support Pokemon. Now let's talk about how to build a tank. So tanks are something like Kyogre. Kyogre is a tank, semi-tank support basically, but still it's a tanky Pokemon. And Groudon, for example, is another tank. So what you want in these Pokemons is basically, again, shields. So you need shields and you need special defense. So concentrate on special defense. Don't concentrate that much on attack. You don't need to put any ISO on attack. Concentrate on special defense, on P defense, on HP and healing. So your tank will have the ability to heal as much as possible and have a high defense to survive attacks. Since these Pokemons usually have an ability called Spotlight. Spotlight is a 2, 3, 1, depending on what you have. Then they attract enemy attacks, which means they're gonna receive a lot of damage in the first turns. That's why you need them to be tanky as hell. Okay, so this is basically the thing that you should consider for all 3 types of Pokemons. And again, there is some special Pokemons that you have to take in consideration, like Malueta. Where is she? Yeah, this is Malueta, for example. She is a debuffer and has a huge ulti Fury that will reduce the enemy by 50% each move, HP by 50% each move. So these kind of Pokemons, you want to increase the rage and the defense and the healing. So by increasing the rage, you can just use Brave. Now it's called High. It receives 50% range from the start, and only just in the start. It will not increase by 50%, but just when the battle starts, it will have 50% already of rage. And this is really helpful in master mode and in dungeons, because each round she will have 50%. And when I say each round, which means the first wave you beat it, then after that it will have another 50%, then when on the third round again another 50%. So each wave there is a 50%. So this is a really nice thing to go, but it's really rare, so really take care of which Pokemon you put it on. And Focus Energy, again, concentration, a long time ago. It recovers 10% rage. It's actually rage. Why are they putting range? So it's concentrate. It gives recover 10% rage every move, which is nice, a lot. Like by 2-3 moves, you already have your Fury, and she can just kill, basically make enemy sleep, and they lose a lot of HP, especially using her second ability, which is Bad Dreams. So you have 20% here and you have 30% here, which is 50% HP each round. That's just too powerful. Okay, so another Pokemon that you might use that healing, that rage thing with is, for example, Celebi. Since he uses as shields, he creates shields, so he needs rage. The more shields he can create, the better. Another Pokemon you can use rage with is Axelogo. For VB and MR, he decreases the HP of the Pokemon. He decreases the rage of the damage of the Pokemon using his ulti. So you just have to concentrate on his ulti here. You don't really care about this. Just concentrate on the ulti here. So this kind of special cases, again, there is another special case, which is Regigas, because of his ulti that he'd give him 100% HP. You don't need that much healing on him. You actually need speed, defense, and attack a lot, because he, after 5 turns, he will basically become invincible. He will have 75% speed, 75% attack. So he will, and if with 75% speed, he can just reach his Fury real simple. So if he can increase his rage, healing, and attack, then he'll be just fine. Okay, so this is basically the types of the Pokemons that you can use that you can use Eso Skills on, and how to choose which build. So there is either builds like HP and by HP we mean healing, special defense, and speed, or you can do healing, a lot of attack and speed, or you can do defense, healing, and speed. But you cannot basically do besides this. You can just include rage when you need that. So now we're just going to show you how to put skills on it. So you just basically go to any level, to the level 4. After you unlock, you can just watch the video on how to unlock, and you can just choose which one you want. So how to choose is basically you have to check which skills you have most of. So for example, in here I have Force of Life, which is I have 22, Iron Skin I have 47, so I can spare some. So I can just literally just click learn here, and it really doesn't matter if it replaces something. I'm not gonna cry over it because I have 47 out of it. So you don't have to, if you and of course you can lock the one that are really rare. For example, if I'm gonna put something rare here, like if I'm going to put focus energy, for example, for rage each move, then I really need to lock it. And of course, if I'm gonna put absorb, then I'm really need to lock it afterwards. You can lock up to 4 times. The first time it's gonna cost you 100, second time it's gonna cost you 1,000, third time it's gonna cost you 2,000, and a fourth time I really have no clue because I have never done that, and it's really not a good thing to do actually, to lock 4 times. It's just a waste of diamonds. Up to 2 times is just more than enough. So of course you have again what we said is that you have to look at the number of skills that you have, and the rare ones you just lock them or let them at last. So just keep them last, so when you put them, you're not going to put anything on them after that, so it's not going to get replaced anymore. We have to mention that for the Eso skill there is some types as well, like some levels, not types. We're just going to go to our passives here, to the level. You can see that there is level 1, 2, 3, and we said 4, but there is some special Eso like that has no number, like rage, of course, that we talked about, concentration, and there is clear body. Let me just show you that. It's somewhere here. Clear body, and where is it? Should be here. There is clear body that remove the debuff only one per turn. It might be helpful, but the better is purify, which remove the control, debuff, sleep, and so on only once in the battle, but sometimes you only need that once. So for example, for black and white Shuram, I really recommend people to start using Purify in endgame, because I really can solo a 7 million, 8 million team just using my Meloetta alone against VNV, and that's really waste if you meet them in Champions League. So another thing that you should know as well is that there is some skills that will decrease the power, the damage of certain types. For example, this will decrease the damage for ice type, this will decrease for poison type, this will decrease for fighting type. So it really depends on the Pokemon. For example, if my Celebi right here is weak to fire, his grass is weak to fire and dark, then maybe I can just put a fire resist and a dark resist in order to increase his weakness. So this you do it actually to Pokemons that you can spare some in, like I don't know, you can do Celebi for fire, or you can do again Celebi for dark, or Coco for whatever. And how to know how your Pokemon is weak against something, you can just go to team, then you can just click element, and you can just check wherever. You can, for example, check electric, and you can see here that when electric is being hit by ground, its damage is doubled, which means ground damage is doubled, which means you need to put a ground ISO 4 on electric Pokemons if you have it. They are really rare again, but if you have it, that would be nice. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you have any problems building the right Pokemon, you can just comment in the video, or just send us a Facebook message. We will gladly help you.